This is Master Kambai, also known as Multi-Topic Talk. Welcome to this brand new replay. We are doing Sonja versus Adder. I was afraid and scared to lose the replay. I really wanted to do my commentary over that replay. That fight was intense. I really liked it and my opponent as well. So let's do this. I hope guys will enjoy. As usual, I will be very fast in the first few turns, because watching infantry walking around is boring. So now he caps my city. I send my infantry toward the tower because I want a very aggressive opening. And now I got my first recon out. At that point he has a small income lead. But that's in purpose because I really wanted to be aggressive during that fight. So I only cared about income a bit later on. I created a second recon to keep going on my aggressive path. At that point it still has only infantries. Now I have visual over that tower because Sonja is OP. So now at that point, I think I create my first artillery soon. No, a tank, right. I created this tank because I expected Adder to get his own tank. Now he found out my recon there. And since we were playing live for the first few turns, I've seen that infantry going there. So I just reveal it and shoot it down. He gets 2 tanks out. Very good answer to my recons. Now I send my tank there and I expect him to get his own airport since I already got mine and he was player 1. So I created the anti-air over there. Now I left the infantry over here instead of capping because I wanted to keep visual over my tower. My tactic was all around protecting my tower and stopping the opponent from getting this one. Now I remove my recon because I expect him to have some tanks ready. So I remove these, but I keep visual over the tower and I leave my infantry there. Because I don't expect tanks to jump on me in this area yet. I expect the tanks to go in this area there. Now I build in artillery to protect this flank and another infantry. Now I slowly catch up with my opponent in the capture game. It's very slow, but I will catch up to him at some point. Now I get my first battlecopter out. I don't expect him to have any anti-air yet because I was really aggressive at first, so I think his strategy was mainly focused around tanks. So I take out that infantry and I spread my troops. Now he wants these 2 cities, and that's pretty good. However, I don't want him to get the advantage yet, so I will interrupt these caps as fast as I can, and I move my artillery here. Now I know he has 2 tanks, but I will make a wall to make sure he cannot really reach me yet. That battlecopter went there instead of there to make sure you don't see it yet. I don't want any anti-air yet. I have this anti-air being hidden there because I expect a battlecopter in this area. Now at that point he don't know I have the artillery, so he just wants to kill my infantry. And I still left that infantry there to protect my com tower. Now, the mistake he did was sending that battlecopter without expecting some kind of anti-air. Now, yes, my anti-air is damaged, but can still do a lot of damage to his own unit. And I do my best to stop that cap, which was a success. Now, I see these tanks. I'm really scared, so I'm like, next turn I get 2 other tanks out, because I need to push him back. And at that moment, I was really stressed out behind my artillery. I was like, oh, it's really intense right now. So I lost my anti-air and I was sad about it, but that's something to expect. So now that battlecopter, well done, he attacked my tank. So at that point, I'm also very stressed out about my com tower. Yes, he don't have his yet, but I want to keep mine, otherwise all I did there was pointless. Also created a second anti-air because I expected him to get a battlecopter here. Now he found my artillery, and I'm like, no! He also had a bad luck roll on that artillery. Now his second mistake was to move that tank to further. It's nearby this tank, so it's just a shooting dot now. So now it's my turn. I just push my enemy back. I still use that 8 HP artillery because 8 HP artillery is still very efficient against tanks. I really need to win that flank because he's coming from my com tower. Now I expected counter break mid-turn, mainly because I knew my super would be good enough to buy me some time, to buy me another turn. At that point, I'm still a bit behind him in the capture game, but I still have a com tower, he don't have any. And that's the winning factor in some ways, because I have higher firepower and he don't. So I create 2 other tanks, because 1 anti-air is enough, since his only copter he had is destroyed. Now he takes out my recon, very good move, but he puts his tank at risk. Now he got trapped, he injured my infantry. At that point I panic, I'm like, no, I don't want him to get my com tower. So I take out this tank here. And then I also, I think I have the range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, actually, this tank takes out this one. This tank takes out this one. My infantry strike the capturing unit. That's what will happen. Boom, boom, boom. Now I know it's 8 HP, but I have 3 tanks ready, so I'm sure to mob the floor with that infantry on the next turn. Now, very good move, first artillery. It's a bit late, in my own opinion, but better late than never, as we say. So I make sure that infantry does not kill anyone or capture anything. I make it then only tank. And then I make it then on this tank twice, because I know my anti-air can take it out. With that battlecopter, I also see there's no air unit coming, and I'm very happy about that. So I create another tank, and another tank because I knew he had no battlecopter for now. So here I'm in control of both battlefield. If we look at the value, I have a higher value despite having a smaller income. So I lost my battlecopter, that was a crippling blow, but I can recover from that. Because I still have my gun tower and he don't have any for now. Now he joined caps, which is really good. Now on my turn, I'm like, okay, now I need to stop this cap and this cap. So I use all of my tanks to interrupt the cap in this corner, and I need to take out his troops in this area and this infantry. My NTR is for the infantry, and my tanks is for his other units. Also make sure all my units are circling the econ tower. At that point, I don't know if he has a battlecopter, but I'm not that scared because my NTR is still at 7 HP. Now I take a shot because I don't want him to get too much income. Now I move to the center and I place my artillery at the same place as it was first placed earlier. Now with my enchanted vision, I was able to see that tank. I activated enchanted vision because it's a very good power. Of course, it's not as good as counter break, but it's normal. That's your power and counter break is your super. So I really wanted to interrupt this cap here to make sure you don't get that city in the center. I get another battlecopter out. I know he has an NTR there, but I will kill it very soon. So I don't expect him to prepare any anti-air. It's mainly a tank battle this game. So now he retreats and he has his own artillery there, which is really good. Now, if we look at the value, we are equal. He did a lot of good turns. That's why we are now equal. Now, I take my best to make dance over his troops in this battlefield because I won this one. So now I want a good push here to win this flank there. So I send as many units as I can in the left part of the map. And I create tank and anti-air because I don't know if he had a battlecopter out and I want to be ready when a battlecopter will show up. Very well placed artillery. Now he got trapped by my tank, and that's really bad for his recon, but his recon will die. Now that tank is to protect the comm tower. Some people may say, oh, it's a wasted tank. I will tell you, no, it's not. Because if I left an infantry there and he does a good push, I lose the comm tower. The tank is just guarantee I have good defense. Now, at that point of the game, I feel in control because I have one comm tower and he don't have any, and we probably have the same income. However, I have one city in the center and he don't have any for now. So since I feel good enough, I decide to create a medium tank. And here I left the infantry there to protect the city, and it worked because he got trapped there. Now I'm mopping the floor with that recon, and I'm trying my best to push back the enemy there. I don't see that artillery, and of course he has his battlecopter ready, which is very good. That's also why this anti-air will move to this front there. Now if we look at the value, my army works more. And keep in mind I am player 2. And I started to have an income later on the game. Because I was really aggressive at first. Now, just good moves there. He mops the floor with few units. Now he tries to get at Com Tower again. But I know this because I know this. I'm Sonja, I have intel, you know. So he moves around units, 2 artillery in the same spot. That's really good. Now his income, or actually his army value, is higher than mine, but I did not took my turn yet. So I have a small edge over him. I do some cleanup, and now I just use that thing as a shield. I don't want him to cap that city, and I don't want me to be forced into interrupting the cap. That's why I just placed my tank there. He is forced to smash through that tank to reach the com tower. And I know my NTR is coming, so I'm like, okay, let's just wait a bit. That NTR will smash that battlecopter. And I try my best to hide my own battlecopter and to cover it from units, so I don't get a surprise NTR out of I don't know where. Second medium tank because I still feel powerful enough and I still feel like I have the edge. And that's right, I have the edge at that time of the game. I have more income and more army value. The rift is only getting bigger each turn in some ways. So now that wall is really clever, it's really good as well, because you see that infantry, it's protected, so even if it's 2 HP, it's concealed. Now, I'm Sonja, so of course, it won't work, because I'm Sonja. Sonja is just that stupid in Fog of War. So now he tries to mop the floor with my units. So now it's my turn. I get rid of the NTR and I take shots over his battlecopter. Since I can, I will. And now I try to reach the artillery because I see the artillery. I'm like, oh, I can reach it. So I was really happy about that. I made a dent on this tank because I knew it was the only unit that could compete with me. Now I'm scared because he's getting my com tower, so I expect a good push from him. I move my NTR, even if it's not hidden, I expect him to suspect I will have one. And I don't really care because there's no unit beside that tank that can really compete with that NTR. So I kill that infantry, make it then. At that time, I did not realize he had his artillery because I only activated my CO power at the end of the turn to have intel. And at that point, I realized he has a good wall and 2 artillery. So I'm like, I will need much more firepower to really force that wall. And at that point, I have the edge on both battlefield again. Here, he has a good defensive wall, but that's not winning. That's just having a defensive wall. Now he tries to mop the floor with my units. Of course, he can't really. That battlecopter is dying. 1 HP. Now as you can see, value-wise, I have better value than him and better income as well. Now I mop the floor with these units, making sure my medium tank are not in range of his artillery. I don't care about that thing because that thing did its job to kill off the unit that was capturing. So now I capture the city. I capture the com tower as well because I need 2 com tower to just steamroll him, as we say. Now I'm up the floor with these units and then I found that artillery and I kill it. So I create a Neo tank because I am powerful enough and I have the money for it. So now, as you can see, the rift is gigantic. It's just enormous. I have twice his army size. So at that point, I'm winning this game. And there's not much he can do. Now he pushed back my units, which is very good. He does his best, but it's not enough. Now he found my tank and he's like, no, I will lose my tank. Yes, you will, my friend. Now, coming on that city was smart and bad at the same time. He had no clue I had a new tank there. He had lacks of intel, so he just sacked his tank. So here I use my steel power to see what's going on, what can I do. And at that point, I know I'm winning the game. So I mob the floor with this tank, and I try my push toward his artillery, because I need to smash the artillery wall. The longer you take to shut down the artillery wall, the more chance he has to surprise you and flip the table and get the the advantage, basically. The high ground. So I know one of the two medium tank will take shots, but I don't care because I made a dent. I destroyed his wall. He only has one artillery, and one artillery is good, but it's not a rocket. It's not impressive. It's really easy to shut down. And my 2 HP anti-air there is to block that airport. I don't want any air unit to appear until I have my own anti-air in the area. Now I see that medium tank and I'm like, oh wow, great. I still have the edge. I have 2 medium tank and 1 near tank. So I created a tank and a artillery because I still need artillery at that point in the game. Because I see that medium tank, so I'm like, I will need powerful stuff. Now he tries to mob the floor with these units. I think I still have my anti-air on the base. The airport. Yeah, I still have it. So here, my medium tank is at 3 HP, but I don't really care. The medium tank did its job and it will go to heal. Now I just smashed through his wall. Now I place that artillery there. First of all, I know you don't have the vision. Second, I suspect his medium tank will go for my anti-air. So now a very clever move. Now he found my artillery, and instead of going at the anti-air, he goes at the artillery. That's very good. But at least I keep blocking his airport. That was a really bad move to stack his unit to make 2 damage over my infantry, because his unit was a wall or a stack piece, so I needed 1 unit to take him out, but now I no more need that because he killed off his own unit. So now I'm covering my unit because I don't want him to get back his airport, and I plan on capturing the airport as well. Now at that point I have 20k against 18k and I have twice his army. Yes, he has a medium tank there, but I have a medium tank and a neo tank and a healing medium tank there as well. Another neo tank is incoming, so it's really bad for him right now. So I create another tank and another artillery because I lost an artillery there and he still has medium tanks. So now I use side slip, very good move. He tries to mob the floor with my troops. Now I cap that airport because why not? I push him back. The end is near. I create a bomber because I know he has no chance of getting a fighter anymore. And anti-air, well, I have so many ground units that even if he creates the anti-air, I will just smash the anti-air before it can even make a dent to my bomber. I just stacked many units and he gave up. So yeah, I hope guys enjoyed that very intense and high skill battle. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.